Icon swaps have finally been added to FIFA 22, and with the introduction of them, it gives us a reason to grind other game modes. Now you can get some great packs with some great players, and if you complete certain objectives, you will be able to achieve them with ease. In this video, we'll be explaining everything that you need to know about icon swaps and the most efficient way to get them. Before I do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link to Mule Factory can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video, FIFA 22 has struggled with content. Yes, it is true that we do get promos every single week, but the reason that you play games and the amount of games you can play is limited. You have a max of 7 games which are worth playing in Division Rivals, and this is a max of 7 if you win all 7. You can continue to play more, but you don't get rewarded for it on a weekly basis. Your milestones for the season is capped at 90, so if you got more than 90 wins, then you also don't get rewarded for that. You then have a max amount of games in which you can go through FUT Champions. You have the FUT Champions playoffs which you need to qualify, but if you do qualify, you then go into the Weekend League where you have another 20 games. If you didn't qualify, then you go back to playing divisions where you continue to go through that even though you're not rewarded except for qualification points to go back through playoffs. If you get into the Weekend League, well, for most people, they forfeit a lot of their matches. It's only those that are able to achieve rank 1 or rank 2 that continue to play every single game. And for a lot of people, this just simply isn't enough. I have a lot more time to play FIFA, but unfortunately because of the rewards you get for certain game modes, there's no point of them going through it. And for some, they don't enjoy going through the likes of squad battles. But the icon swaps can help this. With icon swaps, you need to go through objectives, and with these objectives, they are all different. They all have different requirements for you to complete. Some of them will include the likes of squad battles, but others will include other game modes. And by completing some of these objectives, you will be rewarded an icon swap. This will be a very low rated card which isn't really used. It has no benefit to you, but you can go and use it through SBCs. These SBCs are incredibly easy. Some of them will require you to only have a couple icon swaps for you to submit. You don't have to worry about rating, you don't have to worry about chemistry. You just need icon swaps within the team, and as long as you fit those requirements, you will be able to achieve that SBC. You'll be able to finish it. Now, depending how many icon swaps you have will depend on your reward. You can have a minimum of 2, which will give you a decent reward of being able to get a pack. But there's others which will require you to have a lot more, and out of it you're able to get different types of icon packs which could give you anything, or you can even look to get a guaranteed icon of your choice. These honestly are some very good rewards, and they do normally last the whole year. Now with the SBCs that we currently have, they're only there for 50 days, and for some of the objectives that we currently have, they're only there for 20, but it will be updated. We'll get a lot more objectives within the future, and there'll be different types of SBCs that we can go through. And because they're here for such a long time, it does make use out of some of the game modes after you finish your 7 division rival matches and after you finish your FUT champion games, for you to continue to go through division rivals or go back through the champions playoffs so that you can finish some of these other objectives to get icon swaps and better boost your account. Now, for you to be able to get these icon swaps, there's no easy way to do it. There's no easy way where you simply just go into just one game, forfeit, back out, do something incredibly lazy and be able to be rewarded for it. You still need to play the game, but there is efficient ways that you can do it. And depending when you're watching this video will depend on how you handle the situation. And currently, there's a lot of icon swap objectives which require you to go through squad battles on world-class difficulty, each of them requiring you to play 6 matches. If you really wanted to, you can focus on each one individually as you just play 6 matches, complete that, get the icon swap, go back through with the new requirements and do the same thing over and over again, but this is going to take a long time. Instead, you can start to match them up. A good example of this is being able to use silver players within your squad starting 11 whilst also them being first owner players, so all 11 players need to be pack pulled, and you can also try to focus on one specific nationality or league if it requires you to. That way you're getting 3 done for the price of 1. You only play 6 games and you manage to get 3 objectives complete for your icon swaps. Now of course you can't do this for every single one of them. You can't complete every single icon swap objective with just playing these couple of games. And it's because they require you to have different leagues. You can't just have a full starting 11 of players from Argentina and also have a full starting 11 of players from Brazil. It's also the same with some of the objectives which require you to go through the friendlies of one league. You can only have one league, so you do need to play all 6 of those matches, but keep an eye out. Keep an eye out to see if you could do something much more efficiently than what most people are doing, as I have already seen a lot of players just do one objective at a time. Another thing that I highly recommend is that you start to get prepared for future objectives. It's likely whatever we get within the future will require us to have certain players from certain leagues, certain nationalities, or even certain quality. Very similar to what we've had this time around and very similar to what we had in FIFA 21. One of the best ways in which we can easily prepare for this is the bronze pack method. The bronze pack method is a very easy way for you to build your club whilst still earning a lot of coins, especially right now when we do still have the league SBCs. You simply go over to the store, go all the way down to classic packs and open a 750 coin bronze pack. It's likely that you're going to get a player that does fit within one of those league SBCs, and it's likely they're going to be going for a good amount of coins. In a lot of cases, the price in which that player sells for will pay for the pack itself. But even if it doesn't, and let's say that you open a bronze pack and you get loads of bronze players all selling for 150 coins bid or 200 coins buy now, you store them to the club and you can use them for the silver upgrades. This is where it worked out very well for me, as I was able to have a full starting 11 of pack pooled players and a full starting 11 of silver players. So I was able to finish 2 challenges after just playing 6 games. Those players, after I was finished with them, will eventually be upgraded to common gold players. And if I was able to do anything with those, I will then play and complete those challenges. Once that's done, we then upgrade them to rare gold players. This continues to happen. By making sure that you get a lot of players into your club now, especially the silver players, it just makes life a lot easier. Because the second that EA release another objective within the future which requires you to have silver players from certain leagues or certain nationalities, it just makes them more expensive as more people are attracted to them. And this can save you a hell of a lot of coins. So it's definitely worth doing the bronze pack method. Another thing worth talking about is what type of SBCs do you go for? There's options for you to get packs, icon packs, and just go for the guaranteed icons. And people aren't sure what they should be doing. With each of the SBCs, they do require you to have a different amount of icon swaps. So for those of you who are only able to get 2 icon swaps, you don't really have the choice. You can only get the first pack which is available. But if you are putting a grind in and you have a lot of time to play FIFA and you're dedicated to the grind of these objectives, you may be having a lot more in which you do have a choice, and it can be difficult and even overwhelming of what type of SBC you go through. So I thought I would share what I'm doing. As of right now, I'm pretty early on in the grind of going through these objectives, but I'm enjoying it. I'm playing a lot more of FIFA and I'll be getting a lot more icon swaps within the future. As of right now, I'm not rushing into a decision. You will know if you've been tuning into the videos recently that I've been trying to get as many packs as I can with the time that I am playing FIFA so that I can save those packs for Team of the Year. This works out perfectly, but still I'm not rushing into immediately getting these packs because it may not be what's best for the club. Instead, I'm not rushing into anything. I'm not completing any of the SBCs right now. Every single one of the SBCs at the time of recording this video has 50 days left. And instead of worrying about what SBC I'm going to finish, I'm just spending as much time as possible going through the different icon swap objectives and seeing how many swaps I can get by the end of those 50 days. Because some of those choices that I have right now may not actually be choices at the end of those 50 days. It's nice looking at the likes of Rooney or Ferdinand, but if it does get towards the end of those 50 days and I'm nowhere near having the amount of icon swaps that I need to finish those types of icons, then the choice has already been made. I can't go for them. So there's no point in me actually worrying about them now. I might as well just see how many I can get and make the decision a lot later. I do believe that for most people watching, that packs are best. For most of you, you won't be able to get 17 icon swaps just because you can't put as much time into the game as what other people can. And that's perfectly fine. For other players, you might be able to achieve 17 of the icon swaps, but you may not actually want to use them on the likes of Rooney or Ferdinand or some of the other icons that are there. And this could be just because you don't want to play with them, or maybe you've already got better players already within your current team, or maybe you do already have those types of icons. There could be 1,000 different reasons of why those types of players won't be suited for you and your account. And that's why packs will end up being better for you. Some of you may even be doing what I'm doing, which is where you try to get as many packs as you can before Team of the Year, in hopes that once you do finally open those packs during the Team of the Year, you can actually get a Team of the Year player. And because these packs are so easy for you to achieve, you just need a couple icon swaps for you to get something very, very good, guaranteeing players above a certain rating. It just makes a lot of sense. But even though it does make sense, still I'm not making that choice until the very end, just in case EA releases something different where we get another choice of players based around icon swaps. Anyway, this is absolutely everything that you need to know about the icon swaps that have been added to FIFA 22. It is a very good time and about time for EA to add them, because content was getting dry with the limited amount of games that you can play in divisions and foot champions. It actually gives a reason for you to go through other game modes and something to strive for. And all of this will last throughout the whole year. SBCs currently only last 50 days at the time recording, and the objectives are only 20 days, with there probably being new objectives once those expire. But still, after everything expires, EA will re-release other types of content requiring you to have icon swaps again, where you can use these to go and get different types of reward through squad builder challenges. If you do have any questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.